Hello, I am so sorry. That was part one. Unfortunately, we got interrupted. So, this is the second podcast, the second part two of the number three podcast number three. This is the Great Jew Atheist, and the subtopic is why Noah's Ark is bullshit. And so we'll start on the topic of familiar, in particular in a second. So I was just talking how I had a really bad week, maybe the worst week of my life. And so it's basically saying, so I'm going to see a psychiatrist soon at the outpatient clinic, and I'm going to basically tell her, I think I'm running out of options here. The antidepressant, I've been on antidepressants now 9 years. They're not helping. And we got to try something else. I don't know if I could do ketamine therapy. Maybe it's very expensive. I don't know. Maybe ECT is an option. I might be willing to try it. I don't know if the healthcare, payment issue, and I have to read them up, but that could be an option. Don't know. I'm willing to try anything. Just tell you the truth, I'm running out of options. And she asked me, do you want to hurt yourself or others? I don't want to go back to Cyborg, but what do you think? I can say yes or no, but what do you think? I mean, I don't have a plan. No plans, but if we don't come up with more options, I mean, I've gone back to a psychologist, but the first thing, it's going well. I felt good, but then he barked at me, and I'm like, this isn't good. Not good. It's not good. No support. I have not gotten any support. No one has said to me, you're right. That's all I need. One person to say, I'm right. Something's really wrong here. Something is really wrong. And you're right. I mean, they've done a lot for you. But there's something wrong. You fucked up, and you've caused this whole problem. Correct. I agree 110%. Later podcast, we'll talk about what's wrong with that. I had a boss that said to me, you got to give one, like he's giving me the shit. I call it, you got to give 100%. So that's what I'm going to say. No, wait. You cannot give 100%. You can only give 100%. There's no 110%. It's trying to indicate you got to give more than what you're supposed to. You can't give, you can only give, so in other words, then you got to stay up more than 8 hours, right? Then you got to, in other words, if you have 16 hours in a day, then you can't spend any time doing, your laundry. You can't spend any time doing leisure activities. So that's bullshit. So when I see the psychiatrist, I'm going to tell her that we have to try something. Got to try something. Psych ward's not the answer. I'm going to end up homeless. I don't think I'll go back to work. I don't know. Something is really bad. This is really bad. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm going to be... Now, the current situation is... So, my brother, it's the devil, I call him. He's the devil himself, for you fundamentalists. He wants to... So they want to send me back. And again, I said, my brother is... I call him no excuses. Any excuse, he has an answer. I said, well, I can't take a shower. Take it to my sister's Y, which is about a couple of blocks away. I said, that'll be easy. I'll wake up in the morning, groggy, walk up this big hill. 2 blocks ain't bad. And I got people like, who the fuck are you? I have to take a shower. I got a bed. No excuse. It's easy. It's easy, Mr. Great Hippie Jew. You go and teach one section, and you give activity to the other 3 sections. See, that's what I tell people. What the fuck's that? I jerked off yesterday. Maybe that's why my sister and brother-in-law are getting upset. It's funny, I didn't jerk off for 2 months, and you say, how can you get 2 months jerk? I mean, especially you, if you knew me, I loved it. And took a lot of Klonopin, and depressed, so you don't jerk off. So finally, I just jerked off, and came pretty quick, and then just started like every day. Then I stopped for a little while, and then I started, and so now I could like pretty much do it. Okay, so my brother and my brother-in-law. Now the thing that bothers me kind of, I don't know, my sister who I'm living with stands, and my brother-in-law. So my theory is that, I am going to. See, we're going to take they bought a refrigerator for me yesterday. And again, they've been great to me. Can't complain about that. But again, see, this is my question. When do I, they have just been so fucking, especially this week, they have been so fucking nasty to me. You would not treat a dog like, you would not treat an ant like this. So, I mean, when do I say, this is enough? This is fucking enough. I don't know. Not one person has said, you're right. This is enough. No matter what they've done, they've given you $1 million. Enough's enough. You can't function like this. So, my brother and my brother-in-law have said, and again, you never know, because things change every day, and I change them. I think my sister, now here's my theory. I think my sister, who I live with, doesn't want me to go back just yet. And I think that's a good plan. Still not livable. My brother-in-law is kind of accepting what my other brother-in-law and my brother are. Push him back in. My other brother-in-law was like, oh, it'll force the landlord's hand. How's it going to force his hand? Now, so we put this refrigerator, so we're going to move it in today manually. And I'm going to ask him, so when do you think I'm moving back? When do you think? I want to get everything ready. And so maybe I get an answer today, because, I got a feeling it could be tomorrow. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Again, I don't think I'm ready. Not both physically and psychologically. I think I need about another week, to tell you the truth. Not that, again, you have the final say. That's what I'm saying. You have the final say. I understand, whatever, but you got the final say. But that all got to get fixed, and I get 1 more week. Whole 6 is not going to go back, whatever it is. But that place is not in good shape still. It smells. There's dead mice. I don't have a bed. I know air mattress, but it's not good. It's not good for my psychological health. This place for a month a month and 9 days, has been a month and 10 days, actually, because I'm so technical. The 6th is, include that, makes 10 days. Has been a nice, sober halfway house for me, and I think another 7 more days wouldn't kill you. I mean, but again, you hold the ultimate decision. You and Dale together, maybe Tara, she's bothered by me, hold the ultimate decision. So whatever you want me to go, just tell me. But so I sort of feel that's the situation. My sister probably wants to stay a little longer, but I think my brother-in-law has been convinced. I even heard him saying, I call him the devil himself, is he's saying, I heard him say, you can't keep caring for him. You can't keep, you gotta, so, but that's not the problem. If I had a livable situation, and again, it's not their fault. Theoretically, they could throw me out on the street. So it's not their fault. So that's, again, the only thing, I just don't want them to be nasty. That's all. That's the only thing I'm asking for. So somehow they think by being nasty, I'm going to get my shit together. It doesn't work like that. They don't understand. They don't understand. They just don't understand. So I guess in a way, all right, let's move to the topic, because I'll start crying like a fucking little bitch. Okay, let's get to the story. So, Noah's Ark. First, we need a little background. Now, so God's sitting up in heaven, and for some reason, he's looking down. So just created people. And he said, you get all the animals, you're divine, you're in his own image, and you create, we know that's bullshit. And Charles Darwin proved that. So we knew that that's bullshit. But let's say Charles Darwin was wrong, and we know he's not wrong. We just know it. Unless he created DNA and sequencing, and could be. Maybe that was his mechanism, I don't know. God, well, DNA is very similar to all mammals, but there's a method to his madness. See, God created DNA sequencing. We're just discovering because we're really smart. See, God didn't tell us how he created all the species, but he did it through evolution. But see, here's the problem. See, I would say that's okay, but you don't believe in evolution. That's the problem. You still believe the earth is 10,000 years old. That's the problem. Okay, but one day we'll proselytize you in the right direction. Okay, so God was so fed up with humanity that he wanted to destroy it. Now, okay, let me lie back for a second. Now, this is kind of strange. Now, think about this. You like children. That's one thing I discovered. For some reason, people, when you see someone die, people get upset. But people get extra upset when children die. Could be, I'm trying to philosophically, why is it, if you see a 90-year-old man or woman die, it's upsetting, but they lived a long life. But if a 5-year-old child dies, it's really upsetting, It's, tragic. It's horrible. Especially they die in a tragic circumstance, a car accident. They get murdered, like that guy in Colorado killed his family, killed 3 children. It's horrible. So God not only was going to destroy the world, no, innocent animals, everything. He's going to destroy children. Now, you fundamentalists out there, doesn't that bother you? Doesn't bother you at all? Nah, because he's God. He knew what he was doing. It's part of his divine plan. He knew what he was doing. I mean, now me, what is my opinion, man? Because I always like to tell you my opinion. Children are children. They die, it's sad, but it's just as sad when a 90-year-old woman or man dies. It's the same thing, In fact, I think they're better off when they die when they're young, because once they get old, see, every year you get older, it gets worse, No, I think there's a peak, though. I think life, for me, I don't know about you, some people have it really fucked up, children, and really life gets really bad really soon, they're in a real bad environment. They see an alcoholic father and beats him, beat their mother in front of them, and really bad shit. So, but let's say you have a pretty, like I had a mediocre, say good, we wouldn't say bad. So I would say my life wasn't, when did it start getting bad? I'm going to say, when I was 39, when my company went bankrupt. That was the beginning of the end, you know? I mean, it was a little, I was always depressed, but, or anhedonia. I would say that. So, but my theory is, if a child dies, dies. Nothing sad about it. It's, in fact, they might be better off. You're going, oh, he's lost me. I'll never watch him again. I'll never watch him again. He's fucking nuts. That's just my opinion on the matter. I mean, you can have a different opinion. You're entitled to it, That, see, my opinion is if a child dies before, that's just God's plan. It's just God's plan. I'd admit, man, I got a burp hole. You're going to hear me burp a lot. So, sorry. That's God's plan. His divine plan. But I think sparing the child a lot. So, after 39, things start going downhill. And I improved a little, it went up a little. I had this girl, but she was a fucking, alcoholic and didn't love me and was kind of deluded about, I thought one day, to get away from this other guy who was like supporting, but that never was happening. I didn't know how bad a cancer was. And well, she's fucking dead. And things really started to get bad. Started missing work. They warned me once, didn't listen, didn't give a shit. So, God wanted to destroy humanity. Now, so God's preparing to destroy humanity, but he says to himself, no, wait, I worked really hard. I worked 6 days. 6 days. I mean, you work something straight 6 days. He was really tired, he needed to rest. So on the 7th day he rested, and he's thinking back to that period of his life. He said, let there be light, and guess what? There was light, because he could do anything. Except the devil. You'd figure he wouldn't allow a devil to happen, but he did. So, then he said to himself, you know what? Maybe I was a little tough. It was tough. Like my relatives have been against me. I was too tough. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. If I'm going to go around, I'm going to look around the earth. Because I'm God. The earth, to me, I could hold the earth in my hand. I could play with it like a juggler. Like other planets, I could take Saturn. Saturn's like a gas giant. Maybe Venus. And it's a little hot, but I'm God. It's not hot to me. You could take Mars and Venus. I juggle them like balls. So I got the earth in my hand, right? And I'm going to go around, and if I could find one righteous Gentile. See, at this point, God hadn't thought of the idea about Jews, but he'll come to them in a few thousand years, whatever. And if I can find one, I will spare him and his family, and and the animals too. I'll take 2 species, I'll save every species by taking 2 of each kind and repopulate the earth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this righteous Gentile to build a boat. Not really a boat. In fact, in Islam, it was actually a ship. It was a boat, right? So the Queen Elizabeth, right? It's funny. I was actually on the original Queen Elizabeth. 1969, I think it was. I was like 4 years old or something. So that's my plan. So I'm going to find this one righteous Gentile. Again, Noah was not Jewish. A lot of you fundamentalists might not know this because you probably don't even read the Bible. It takes your pastor to read the Bible. I'm going to get this one righteous Gentile, and I'm going to get one species, two of each of them, and this way we could populate the work. And then what I'm going to do is, now my next thing is how am I going to destroy everyone else? That's going to be the tough part. So let me think. Well, I could do it with fire, like tornado. If I do a tornado, that might kill Noah. So, here's my idea. I'm going to create a rainstorm for 40 days and 40 nights. And it's going to create such a deluge that everything on the earth, including all the animals, will die. Fuck the plant. I don't know what's going to happen with the plants, but they'll figure out a way to survive, I mean, they never mention the plants. You need the plants to have the animals because the herbivores. The herbivores gotta eat. The herbivores gotta eat the plants because if the carnivores don't have the herbivores to eat, and there's nothing gonna work. So, what the idea? These ideas are gonna. So it's gonna rain so much, and so not only 40 days it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain really heavy, like buckets. Like already in the hurricane that's hit. I forgot the name of it. That's hit the Carolinas. It's like 5 feet of rain. 5 feet. Do you know how much 5 feet is? That's 60 inches. 60 inches of rain. Do you know how much 60 inches of snow is a lot? That's like 600. It's like 1 to 10. 1 inch of snow is like equal to 10 inches of rain. That's like 600 inches of snow. You know how much rain that is? That's unreal. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's rain in an amount that's just mind-boggling. It's just it's unbelievable. I mean, you see things. This is. I've never seen anything like that. Never. In my 53 years, never heard of anything that I never heard of it rain like that. I mean, maybe it's happened before. I've never heard 60 feet of rain. No. I heard 60 inches of rain, maybe 60 feet. That's a lot of effing rain, man. That's a lot of rain. So maybe God's doing it again. I don't know, but so basically, the guy was thinking, okay, that's the best way to go about it. Good rainstorm, 40 days. So what I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna contact if I can find one. So he looked around. He finally found a guy. This guy's righteous. He's righteous Gentile. And this freaking mosquito. So I found him. I'm going to contact him. One of my angels or something. Henchman. And we're going to contact him. And we're going to tell him to build an ark. And it's going to take about a year to do it. Right? And we're going to tell him to build an ark. And just to make it easy, might say, well, how big's the ark? Well, it's about the size of 4 football fields. It isn't that long, and it's going to have about 4 levels. So, what was the plan? I forget. I mean, I think the first floor of the ark was going to contain. This is where I said one of the big problems. I couldn't figure this out. Where do you store all the waste, shit, in the piss? Where does it all go? Now 40 days, and you got. I was reading. So basically, had 3,000 animals. I thought it'd be more like 300,000, but apparently I was wrong. And one of the things they say, well, You don't need a polar bear. You don't need a black bear. You just need one bear. You really don't. You just need one. You just need one bear. Really? You just need one bear. So, just a generic bear. Like you might not even a tiger, just need a lion, right? Because from a lion, you could probably get a tiger. Well, let's take the bear. So, let's say it's Noah's Ark happened. Let's say it's Noah's Ark happened. Let's say Noah's Ark happened 6,000, 7,000. Let's say, I don't fucking know. I mean, who the fuck knows? Let's say on the biblical timeline of things, 7,000 years ago. So, let's say it was a generic bear. That's all it was. Bear. That's all it was. So now it had to turn into 3 different species, okay? And this is basically, actually, there's 4 different species of bears. There's a grizzly bear. There's actually 5. Well, I don't know if no, I don't think panda is related to a, there's a grizzly bear. There's a black bear.